Now, let me ask you, would you consider a law school in Mecca a public or a private space?
It's not private because it's for the community, for the outreach, for the growth and development of the youth in the community. So it's not private, it's community based.
Right. And if we're designated as school, then it would have school codes, right? It would have a school.
Well,
regulations and stuff.
honestly, the name thing is like this. It's really called the Urban League Street Academy. Over the past few years, it got changed over because we was getting involved with, when they was trying to take the school, we was going downtown and fighting with City Hall and things of that nature. So that's when the 501c3 was created for a law youth center in Mecca. And somewhere in that midst is when that got created to change the name.
As far as like a law school in Mecca.
A law school in Mecca, because it used to be the Urban League Street Academy.
Right.
That's on record. That's what it says. It doesn't say a law youth center. A law school in Mecca on record.
Right.
It says the Urban League Street Academy. That's what it basically is.
So basically, a law school in Mecca would be a separate entity.
It's just another name.
Just another name.
You know, just to make it a law school, because that's what we always called it, a law school. Brothers prior to my development in the years in the 60s and 70s was called the Street Academy. But somewhere in the midst of time, it got changed. What year?
I've always known it as a law school in Mecca.
That's my saying.
Right.
Now, how long you had knowledge?
This would be 30, going on 32 years.
Okay, well, somewhere within that 32 years cycle, the name got changed. Say like 32, I would say 40 years ago, maybe. Because I've been home 39.
Okay. So like 87 or something like that, 88?
I came home in 86.
Okay.
So somewhere around there, the name was changed.
Right. Well, my build on that is that if we're calling it a school, then like the regulations of the school would apply. Like meaning like smoking in front of the school or.
That applied, but what happened when we got the 501c3, when we was putting the paperwork in, certain words could not be used. We couldn't say that it was a school for like the educational system because it was be a different criteria as far as the bylaws are concerned. So the brothers that put that together, that came out. So that's why a law youth center in Mecca basically is the umbrella for the law school in Mecca. We couldn't put it on record and use the school name like that as far as the school is concerned, because that'll fall up under a certain educational stack, or how can I say it, stigma. There's certain things that you would have to apply and go by because of that particular statute.
Right. And that's what I'm getting at.
Right.
Because one of the issues that we are facing is that some old people being in front of the building, or and the smoking and drinking aspect of it, and just trying to get that under wraps.
Well, we've been having conversations about that to basically eliminate the same thing that caused us to basically lose our spot in 92.
Right.
That's why the signs is posted where you see signs on the gate now and in the yard, no smoking.
Oh, so you got the sign?
Yeah, the signs is up.
Okay,
The signs is up.
Okay.
The signs is up. It's on the gate, no smoking. The sign is inside the yard, no smoking. And there's not supposed to be any drinking of any sort. We ain't drinking no juice, water, or something like that.
Oh, not even juice or water?
You can drink juice and water,
Okay.
but as far as alcohol and
Right.
rolling up weed in front of the school, all that, no, that's a non-cipher.
Right.
And the thing about it, it's not for like one or two people to say. If it's 10 people down at the school and they see somebody doing something, then pull their coat. My man, you can't do that here. The person should know better not to even do it here.
Right.
But you got some people that's so comfortable doing what they do that no matter where they at, they're just going to do it anyway. And the first thing is going to come out, you can't tell me what to do. I'm G.O.D.
Yeah, but now that affects the whole.
That affects the whole. You can do whatever you want to do, but you can't do it here. And everybody should be on the same page to say that. The same way when we get a location, again, when we get a location to have our parliaments at, and this has come to my attention that basically people trying to blame security for losing the location because we wasn't doing our job. And that's not the case, because we never had no problem with anybody out there. We was policing the community more so than we did when we had Harriet Tubman and in the early part of dealing with 92. But once things start getting to a point of people complaining, we had the security in the street. You'll see when people coming in, they getting packed right in front of the stoop of the entrance of the school, because they wanted to be outside to see everything instead of being inside and couldn't see that way or that way. And we policed the block all the way down from Lenox Avenue, to Guard Avenue, 7th Avenue, and to Build or Destroy Avenue, which is 8th Avenue. We had no problem. January, February, March, April, May, everything was fine. But June is when things got out of hand because it was more populated because of outside visitors.
Right, from other areas.
And my thing is this: if I was doing something, or if I do something with the substances or whatever the case may be, and I know that we got to keep the block clear, and I got 2 or 3 people coming from out of town to socialize with me, I'm going to say to them, if we can't do that here, let's go around the corner.
Right.
Don't sit on this person's stoop. Everybody, God and earth, is deputized when it comes down to security. It's just not a title G-O-D and E-O-D and there's only 4 or 5 people. The title goes on you and any other God in the nation. The title go on any earth in this nation. If you see something that's not right, like earth saw something that wasn't right and exact, she came right inside and told us. She didn't intervene, but she came and brought it to the body. And we went out and dealt with it. But the thing about it, we shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't bring whatever you're doing, substance-wise or whatever, social equality you're showing with yourself and your peers, you should take it away from any public area that we're dealing with when we're trying to civilize the community.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mecca did this.